The next tool I'm going to show you is Adobe Voice. This is a great tool if you want to select or to create a movie. This is a free tool. The only thing that is required is that you create an Adobe account. The Adobe account is free and it gives you access to a variety of the Adobe tools. So once you've downloaded Adobe Voice on your icon, and you are immediately taken, after you sign in, immediately taken to a list of your previous projects that you have made. I'm going to select the top and create a new story. Here I can give my story a title if I want to. Right now I'm not going to do this, so I'm going to say skip this. Then it gives you options of different templates that you could use. I generally don't use any of the templates, I just always make up my own, so I select that, and then on the bottom right select the orange tab that says pick this one. Now, you start with a blank slate. You can add an icon, and if you tap on the icon, you can look for icons that are Creative Commons licensed. So if I wanted to tap in school and select search, it's going to search for all of the icons that represent school. So I could choose any of those if I wanted to, select that, and it pops up onto my screen. If I don't like that, I simply tap on it again and I say I can delete that one and I can again find another icon, or I can find a photo. When I select photos, it gives me the option up at the top to find a photo on my iPad, to take a picture, or to use any of these other tools. I'm going to go ahead and find one that's on my iPad. I'm going to select that Washington crossing the Delaware image, and I can now record audio that would explain this text. And to record the audio, I select the orange button, hold to record, and as I'm recording, as I'm holding down the button, it's recording what I'm saying. So I might have students explain what is happening in this image. To stop recording, I lift my finger off the button, and if I wanted to listen to what I recorded, I select the little arrow to the left. And it gives me a little audio sample of what I just recorded. Now, if I don't like that, I simply select the record button again, start talking, and I can just re-record over that one piece. So that is slide number one. Now I can, on the bottom right, there's a little plus sign. If I tap that, it takes me to the next screen. So on the next screen, I can maybe type in text. What happened in previous image. Okay, I can add that and then select done. And again, if I wanted to record, I could continue to record by tapping on the orange button. I don't want to, so I can move on to the next screen, and I can continue to add pictures and images until my story is complete. Now, up at the top, I'm going to go back down at the bottom. You'll notice my three pictures or my three slides are there in order. So if I wanted to move the order around, I simply tap and hold on one of the images and move it whatever direction I need to move it. If you look up at the top, there is a layout. So on this screen that is selected, this slide that is selected, I can have one image on there, one thing, or I can have two things. So I could have the image, and if I wanted to add text, I could add text to go with that image. Okay, if I wanted it to be the full screen photo, I could do that, or thing and caption, thing and full photo. You have these little options here. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the full screen photo, and my recording still keeps, and you can see that it keeps by looking underneath the picture on the far right, the little 5-second one. That means that it's being recorded. Something has been recorded on there. Back up at the top to the right of the layout option, you have themes, and here's where, kind of like your PowerPoint themes, you can have different themes to fit your image. So I selected the watercolor one, or it gives us a little watercolor thing. I can have colorful. That one doesn't really do anything. It's because I have this image is a full screen image, so you're not going to see a lot of the different options here. So let me change that so you can see what that looks like there. All right, so now if I go back to theme, I can see my lights there, or playful, or this wander option or watercolor option. There's lots of different options here that you can select if you just keep scrolling over to the right. You can also add music to your video by selecting music. It gives you some options here. I could try this ukulele scroll. I'm not sure that you're able to hear the music because I'm plugging my iPad into the MacBook so that I can record this, but you can have different options here, and if that's the music that you want, you simply select it, and then that's it. You don't have to do anything else. So once you're finished, you can go down to the bottom and you can preview your slideshow, and if it looks and sounds exactly the way you want it, then you can stop your preview, and on the top right there's the export button with the square